So today's video, I want to go over some things here about table saw safety and the fact that, a lot of people think you need to just have a saw stop and spend thousands of dollars on a table saw to protect your fingers, and actually you really don't need to do that. There are a couple quick and easy ways to make push sticks, and I will show you what I have learned and whatnot over the last 30 years of doing this. And what I found to be the safest way, and you can make out a piece of scraps for nothing, and they're completely free. So these are what we're going to make. Used to call them Snoopies. I know it's probably trademarked. I probably shouldn't say that, but anyhow, kind of had the shape of it. It gives you good stock control, and I will demonstrate cutting after we make one. Pressure. It's got a hook on the back here to push it through, and I've got pressure here. And what's nice about these is as you cut through them, this is an older one, this is getting replaced. I've cut, I don't know if you can see it here, I've cut through it so many times that eventually this is no good and you just make another one, you throw them out. And all you need is scrap. I prefer to use plywood with them. Holds up a little bit better, but you can use MDF, anything else. Here's what I don't like, and these are, someone gave me these push sticks. These are terrible. Yeah, okay, you're pushing through like here, but you've got no control over here. So if the blade wants to kick this up, you've got no control. So these just don't work well. And I've seen many different designs, and a lot of them you're back here, not safe. What's nice about this one here is now you put your palm in here and you put your index finger here, you've got good control because the force is going down to the end of this thing. So these are, I don't know the exact measurement, I just do them by eye. About 12 inches, maybe a little less, but you've got that much control when you're cutting now. So now let me show you how quick and easy they are to make. We're going to make one right now. All right, now I think I believe we can get 2 of these out of this piece. This is a piece of scrap left over from a job I did. It's kind of level this off here. You're going to have a gap. I like to leave about a ½ an inch. And you can make these with less of a gap. Just going to trace this out like that. And I'll trace this out. You can, I just cut these on my bandsaw. You can cut this with the table saw and stop the cut if you really feel that you need to do that. And this one didn't trace super well, but we can fix that real quick, just like that. It doesn't have to be exact, just like that. And I think we can get a second one out of this here. Yep, no problemo. Line her up, like that. And we'll just do this right like this, and that's done. Simple. This pencil needs to be sharpened. Our line back in. Good. All right. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I forgot to draw it down here, but just leave about an inch or two. Just do about a ½ inch or so. Catch it. There we go. And off to the bandsaw. Okay, here we are. We're at the bandsaw. We're going to quickly cut these out. Turn the machine on. Let it go off. I'm doing 2 of these. I'll just put these in half. Split it in half. This is just some hickory plywood left over from a job I did. Cut the foot in real quick. don't need a bandsaw to do this. You can do this with a jigsaw as well. So let's quickly talk about table saw safety. So when you're using a table saw with a fence and you're ripping, there's two things that are very important to do here. So you do not want to stand behind the piece of stock, just like here. You want to stand off to the side and push the stock in there. You don't want to be doing here because then it can come off the fence and kick back. You want to be standing off to the side, so if it does happen to kick back, it's not going to hit you. It's going to go right back that way. That's very important. The other thing that is important is to have the right blade. So I'm ripping. So this is a 24 tooth blade, so I'm going to rip with that blade. Now if I was cross cutting, which I'm not in this situation, I have other blades. Like this is an 80 tooth. I don't necessarily recommend 80 tooth blades. They're a little bit too many teeth. I like 60 tooth generally for when I'm cross cutting. Gives you a nice, clean, smooth cut. It's a 60 tooth. Gives you a good, clean, smooth cut, and it's not too many teeth. Too many teeth can burn and give you difficulty cutting through the material. Very important when you're ripping, you need to use a 24 tooth blade. I don't care what people say, that's where kickbacks and stuff happen, is when you use the wrong blade. If you're running a table saw, you want to have two blades. You want to have a ripping blade and you want to have a cross cutting blade. And there's all sorts of other blades you can have in between, but this is the most important one. So here I'm going to show you a cut, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two push sticks and why it's more important. So we're going to start the saw. We're going to start our cut like this here. As we go through this recording here, our fingers are way away from the blade. Now we pick up our push stick. Now see, I've got control over the top of it. You can see it. See it's carving it out, and I always had control over that cut. I never lost control of that cut. Yeah, I'm not going to run through because it's dangerous, but I'm going to show you off that same piece. I'm going to show you off the same piece with the other style push stick that I have here. And why it's unsafe. Let the saw wind down. We may end up opening the fence up a little bit. So here's our cut here. So as you can see, as the stock is coming through here, we've got full control over it. Now I put our push stick on there. See, I have full control as it goes through the saw. And you see, I've carved off a little of the edge, but who cares? This was a piece of scrap. It took us 3 minutes to make this, and now it's safe. Our fingers are away. And again, we've got a nice nub back here, and we've got control. I've got pressure here. The stock can't kick up and hit you in the face. Now this one, now look what's going on here. Now this one's got the wrong angle on anyway, but see how it's going on here? You've got no control here. There's nothing out here. You've got 2 inches of control. Now this thing can pop right up and jump out at you. Even with the right blade, it can do that. That's why I don't like those push sticks. I've seen some where they get similar. You don't want the handle out here. You want the fulcrum of this, I suppose. See, this gives you the most control. Control is very important in these situations. Again, if you want to buy a saw stop and you feel that the only way you can save your fingers is with a saw stop, that's fine. If you're using a stick like this, I don't see how you can get yourself hurt. Your hand's up here, you're way away from the blade, you're safe in a safe distance. This is about 6 inches or so. You got control over the stock here. Now, again, you don't want to be reaching over. Why do I have the table here? Because now I can run the stock all the way through. And now I can lift up here. It's not on a table. You don't have to reach over to grab it. You can get hurt that way. So if you're reaching over the blade and you slip, it'll give you problems. You can fall into the blade, and that would be bad. And yes, in that situation, a saw stop would be better. I don't think you should be afraid of these saws. If you respect the saw, you understand it is a dangerous machine, and you use proper tools, you can safely rip. Again, two things are most important when you're ripping. One, 24 tooth blade. 2. Enough horsepower. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you can like, subscribe, and share it, and we can get some more videos. I've got some ideas in my head to make some more videos. Maybe this one can take off and we can get a lot of people watching. I think it's beneficial because honestly, this is all you need to save your fingers. And you can jigsaw it out, and I went back and sanded this with my edge sander real quick just to clean it up. These are great. They give you the control you want. They're easy. They cost nothing. You know, it's a way to go. And I've been using these. I learned about these in college 35 years ago, and this is the best design that I've ever seen. It works great. All these other fancy designs like these are just no good. Don't work well. Like I said, once you cut it up like this, you throw it out and you get a new one. Well, anyway, I appreciate your time and watching the video, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you.